Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. We'll talk to a lady that turned a skill into her profession.
I'm Afa Daines. Do you know how to best teach your children? We'll learn a few things ourselves about how.
And I'm Stacy Beck. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and one local teen is on a crusade. We'll be talking with her.
All this and more coming right up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. How are we doing?
Oh, fabulous.
Good. How are you?
Always, yes.
Excellent.
Well, you look excellent.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I should be maybe teaching school or something.
These
Why is
are
that?
popular,
Aren't they very
but for a
Yes,
reason.
I love it.
So my sister's closet, our clothing
Nice.
sponsor.
Uh-huh.
Natasha, you rock that. Like
You
that
do.
is
They're so fun, aren't they?
They're so
Very
cute.
nice.
They're
so
very, very
feminine.
flattering. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
And
the
the
belt.
tie waist.
Yeah.
My sister's closet. I know
Yes.
I've been back just since we've had them on our show last,
know,
and
right?
so thank you, my
Jumpsuits
sister's
are very,
closet
very
for.
popular this season. So
Yeah.
thank you very
They're our
much.
sponsor this
And
month.
Alpha was wearing one
Yes.
also, but a little different take on the jumpsuit.
So my pockets are on the side, whereas yours are more
More in the front
in the front.
and gathered in the back.
Yeah.
So cute.
Love that.
Kind of, yeah.
And I'm the odd man
great.
out. I'm just in. but I love
Oh, the detail on the sleeves.
layered, Yeah.
Mhm.
And I could wear
Very
it tucked
feminine.
in
Yeah.
or out. So
Nice material.
yeah,
Love
super
that.
comfortable.
A great transitional piece too
Definitely.
for the season. Yes.
So
Thank
thanks
you.
again.
Yes,
you.
love that. Love, love, love.
So how's your fall going? Your littles are back
Fall?
in school?
Did you say fall? Fall?
fall? No, I didn't.
Oh.
I meant to say, how is
Yeah.
it having your school kids back?
Oh, they're not happy.
Are you happy? It's sad to have summer over.
It is. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great to be in a routine,
Is
though.
it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I
We're
feel
getting
like
there.
yeah, it's
Yes,
still transitioning,
yes.
but I feel like we, and I say we as my family, always does a little better when we're in a routine because you're waking up at a certain time, you're going to
Right.
bed at a certain
You
time.
should be going
you
to bed at a
have-
certain time. My kids are still thinking they can come home, play until 10 o'clock, and then wake up again early, and they're like, you know,
That is the hardest part. Like
Yes. homework,
Homework.
Yes. Yeah,
Ew,
all of
homework.
it. I know.
Yeah, trying to get the
lucky.
reading done and trying to get all of that done, and then even the extracurricular activities, trying to get them to
Get that
things
out.
after
Right.
school.
Juggling all
And
that.
Right. Well, my daughter's in college at UVU and she's taking anatomy. She informs me that
Yeek.
it's the most failed class
Oh,
at
great.
UVU. But the workload, like,
Yes.
there are some days she spends 5 hours on this one class.
No way.
I believe it.
I think it's a little overboard.
Wow.
Well, but think
For
about
one
everything
class?
that you have to learn with. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable.
and now is this the anatomy class where they're working with the cadavers?
Yes, I don't think she's to that point, but she's learning about bones and
Oh.
muscles and.
Well, good for her.
I know, good for her. Good
I mean,
for her.
yes. I mean, there's a couple of things I've said that I literally would not ever want to do, and I don't think I could ever work in the medical profession.
Nope, me either.
I literally just don't have the stomach for it. I have a super weak stomach, and then in education, so bless your
Right.
heart, I don't have the stomach for that
Education,
either.
that's okay. Just reading. I like that. But yes, the medical field's different, you know.
It's also hunting season.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does yours been hunt?
No.
Yours doesn't. Well, my son
Nice.
killed his first bull spike elk
Ooh,
Wow.
on the bow hunt.
awesome.
So I think 140 pounds of meat that he's going to have to
Wow.
provide for his family. And I love that. he took
However, you can
that
share
view.
that with us.
Yes, anytime.
there you go.
You know.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat. As we
is.
took it over to Springville Meat Locker, and that's a lot of meat to
Wow.
provide you for the year of
It
roast
is.
and hamburger
That's
and steak.
awesome.
And
Yeah,
so.
happy to take some of that off of your hands.
Oh, Natasha,
Oh my goodness!
you
Yes.
brought these in today.
Thank you so much.
So yummy.
New
Tell us
drinks.
about
Have you
Yes.
ever
No.
had the pink drink?
No, so what's in it?
It's
I mean, obviously
it's
I've had that much,
basically
but-
just the strawberry refresher drink from Starbucks, and
So
then
good.
coconut milk. So a lot of folks that are on the keto diet, this is one of the, I guess, safe drinks. And I think if you're really doing or practicing keto, you can add heavy cream to the drink to make it a little more creamy, or
Okay.
maybe even trade out the coconut milk with heavy cream.
I have a question.
Okay.
Keto is only a word to me. What's
I'm not
its-
practicing. I'm not
What's
practicing
its
keto.
meaning? I know it's some.
So if you're in ketosis, so basically if your body's in ketosis, and I wouldn't ask, don't ask me that either. I really don't know what that means, but basically I think if your body's in a state of burning, you would probably
Fat
know that
and,
better. Mhm.
not starvation, but you're going down that path, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost, don't you think it's similar to like the Atkins diet, but not so much.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't eat a
Okay.
lot of grains and
So it's kind of your body kind of burning your own fat.
Yeah.
but neither of you have ever tried it.
I've done low carb, but I'm
Yeah.
not practicing keto per se. Like I don't get out the strips to see if I'm in ketosis or anything
All right,
like
yeah.
that.
I hear of that word, and you go into a bakery or something, and you'll keto cookies. I'm like, should I
So
opt
for
in
me, it
those,
just
or-
means low carb. But I have been into
Cassie's cookies?
Yeah, not
No, that's-
no. Our other Emily.
Emily?
Yes, but Cookie Crave. I'm
Yes,
sorry. Yeah.
yes, Cookie Crave.
Yes, and I've had the keto cookie there, and they're very they're good. They're
So
great.
no carbs.
I think low
Low
carb.
carb,
Low
yeah.
carb. So your net carbs would be like 4 net carbs.
So maybe 100 calories versus 650.
I don't think it
per
really has
cookie.
anything to do with
with the
calories,
calories.
because they
Really?
don't
It's the
care.
same
You
foods.
don't care about the calories per se. It's the carbohydrates. So you're going for low carbs. So high fat content, low carbs. Don't quiz me on this.
It just doesn't make sense, because how do you have the energy you need to get through the day if you don't have the carbs that
Well,
you
you
need?
really kind of don't. I think if you've ever actually practiced low carb, you are dragging your feet a little bit
Okay.
because
Well,
you are
it
burning.
depends on the food though, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's highly nutritious as well.
But your
including
energy
the
levels
meat.
are low.
Well, it
Because-
depends.
Maybe someone watching can come in.
Yes, maybe
And
we need
give
to
us
have
some
Stephanie
direction.
back to help us.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need a little more on this because it's interesting.
It really is interesting. But I think you have to learn how to supplement a little bit too for your energy, because I know with some of like the B vitamins, or there's different things you can do to maybe up your energy levels, or I really don't know, but I know that some of the healthier carbs that you can eat, and we'll just touch on that really, really quick. I've been doing a lot of things with zucchini from the garden, so that's yes.
Can you share recipes?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite thing?
So I love zucchini with tomatoes. I made some chocolate zucchini cake. There's zucchini bread.
I love chocolate.
Yes, so chocolate
And
zucchini.
zucchini,
And the
so-
zucchini makes everything super, super moist. So if you have any
Are you
zucchini
doing a lot
recipes
of
that you
cooking?
want to
That's
share
true.
with us,
No,
that would be
I've
fantastic.
been really opting out. But I've been doing a lot of smoothies because I do have blackberries and peaches and apricots in my
Peaches right now.
Apricots are done. Peaches right now, yeah, and blackberries I've got.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to
Yeah.
see your garden there
Okay.
next time.
All right. All right. Well, coming up next on Studio Chatter, we'll meet a girl with a mission. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Did you know that a local girl did good going to the National Miss America Outstanding Teen Competition? Welcome Azure Talbot to the program.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
It is.
Say
no comment.
You say it.
I can't.
That's, I'm like,
So you did very well at
you.
Miss America's Outstanding Teen.
Yes.
So how long ago was that?
That was in July, over my birthday, so July 26th.
And it was your 16th birthday.
Yes, it was.
I know this because I follow you on social media, or your mom.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Both.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It was really fun.
So
I
tell us
loved
what you
it.
did there.
I was able to do talent and fitness on stage question and evening gown, and get together with the girls. We had slumber parties and all of those fun things. So it was really cool.
So is this a shorter version of the main thing that's to happen when you're 18?
Like Miss America,
Yes,
yes.
like Miss America.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's like Miss America,
All right.
but for teens.
Oh.
So there were 50 other girls, and we were all able to compete against each other and get to know each other.
Have you stayed in touch with anyone?
Yes, I have. Actually, one of my friends texted me today. Her name's Natalie, and she said, "Are you coming to Miss America? I want to see you."
And where's she from?
She's from DC. I actually won't be there because I have drill team, but
Yes.
the thought counted, and so
That's
that was really nice
awesome.
of her. Yeah.
Yeah, your schedule's full. Your schedule's
Very, very
full.
full.
A little
Yeah.
busy.
So just on that note, what was probably your most memorable experience?
Medieval feast. That's where we went with all the girls, and we got to watch jousting and eat food, and we just hung out and had a lot of fun.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Well, a big month ahead of you with your platform. So tell us a little bit about your platform.
My platform's entitled Have Hope, and it's suicide awareness and prevention. It started when I was in 7th grade. I was put on the Hope Squad, and if you don't know what that is, it's a group of students at our school that they combined so we can just be the positive outlook for the peers. If anybody's struggling, they can come to us and ask us any questions or tell us anything that they have. And so from there, it just boosted me into suicide awareness. I met a girl in the bathroom, and we became really close friends. She was going through a hard time, and so I talked to her a little bit and heard a little bit about her story and told her, hey, look, we're friends now. She told me she didn't have very many friends, and I said, anytime I see you in the hall, I'll say hi, we can hang out. And so we just became really close. And then that upcoming summer, she called me to say she had taken a bunch of pills. She didn't know what she had taken, when she took them, where she was. She didn't know what she was doing, and she was really scared. And it scared me, so I was like, okay, Mom, we got to help her out. And we called a counselor, and we got in contact with her parents. They took her to the hospital, got the pills out of her system, and she's doing great now. She was able to move away and start new, and so she's really loving her life right now. But that's what started my platform.
Wow. So you were her first initial call. That would be scary.
It was a little frightening, but I knew that with the training from Hope Squad, I would be able to help her. So.
And I went through the training through the city, the QPR. I don't know if you've taken that, but they say if you can get people through that initial feeling of suicide, that it oftentimes it doesn't come back.
Yeah.
They just need to know that there's hope and get help, and they'll make it through.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So what other things are you doing to raise awareness?
With the Hope Squad at my high school, it also goes from junior high to high school, so I'm still on it right now. I've been on it for 4 years.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we do like Hope Walks, so there will be posters around saying when the Hope Walks are, and we take glow sticks and just really give a positive vibe towards the city and everybody out there.
That's really good.
So what else is going on in September?
In September, I'm also doing things with Uni, which is up in Salt Lake. They also have a bunch of walks and a bunch of parades that they're doing.
wow.
Yeah, just to raise awareness and just to bring more positivity to the world, because we really need that right now.
Well, that's amazing, as you know, on the state level, because you hold the state title, and then you're very, very busy on the local level. I know that one of the other things that you've talked about previously is the app, and there was an award given for that.
Yeah.
What are some other things that you're doing with the app?
With the
Tell us
app.
about that.
Yeah, the app, it's called Safe UT, and what you do is you just download it on your phone. It's free, and it's a line that you can contact any time of the day. It's open 24 hours, and on the other end of the line is a trained therapist ready to help with anything. So, like, if I'm super stressed, I get overwhelmed with homework or get anxiety, I give them a text and say, hey, can you help me out? And I've always had a counselor respond to me within 2 to 5 minutes, just saying, hey, what's going on? How's your day? And they're always just there to talk to you. I've gotten to talk at elementary schools and junior highs and just travel with that, because it's a really amazing app that everybody in Utah needs to download, because it's free and it's there for anybody at any time.
I've heard a lot about that app. Is it specifically for teens or all ages?
No,
So
it's all
adults
ages.
can
Yeah,
also-
yeah. There's
Okay.
actually another bar. So there's like a little phone that you can call, and then there's a
Okay.
little like text message so you can chat. And then there's another one that's called a tip. And so if you're a parent and your student is being like your child is being bullied or going through something, you're able to give a tip to the school that's anonymous. All of it is anonymous.
I
So
love that.
they won't know, but the tip will be given, and the teachers will be able to take care of the situation.
Oh, I love it. That was a brilliant move on the University of Utah's
Yeah.
part. How long has it been around? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
but
several
I just,
years. but-
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations for being
Thank
so
you.
involved.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Wow.
And you get to serve a little longer
Yeah, I do.
than most. So how much longer will this continue? Much longer do you get to serve, I guess, as outstanding teen?
Till March. Till March. They extended the dateline, so I normally would be giving up my crown in October, but now I get to serve all the way till March.
That's amazing. So if other teens want to get involved in the program, how can they find out more?
They can go on to my Instagram page, find me at MAOT Utah, and just see what's going on when the registration is, and definitely sign up. You can look it up online. It's just
Okay.
Miss Utah's Outstanding Teen 2019.
And then do you get any sort of scholarship or anything from this?
Yeah, it's
Tell
a
us about that
scholarship
part.
pageant. Yeah, it is a
Okay.
scholarship pageant. So right now I have a ride to Dixie because I've been in this
Oh.
pageant. I was able to compete, and all my attendants, they have also been given scholarship money because they're just so
Okay.
amazing and they get to go to schools that they want to.
And then on top of all this, you're on the drill team
Yes.
and the Hope Squad.
Yes.
And then you're a good student.
Oh, thanks. I try.
Amazing dancer,
how
amazing
many
service,
things?
amazing, yes.
Wow.
Amazing,
Do you-
amazing.
How many hours a day do you need to sleep?
Last night I got about 5 hours of sleep.
And can you function the whole next day
Yes, I
without an
can.
app? My drill team, my girls were on drill team, and I would come home and 5 girls were just like spread across the living room
Sleeping.
floor, like between school and then practice and then football games. And
Yep. It's a lot,
It's
but I
fun
love
though.
it.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Done, yeah.
Thank you for being
Great.
awesome and raising awareness. We'll be
Thank
watching
you.
for you all month long. We'll talk with the woman that has taken a talent and run with it. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Not many of us can take a skill or talent and turn it into a successful profession. Let's welcome Suzanne Dawson-Bateman from Artopia Interiors to the table.
Hi,
Welcome.
Hi.
This is going to be fun. Let's hear about how you got started.
Well, my kids were little, and I wanted to decorate their room, and I didn't have any money, and I needed to do it $50 or less. And so I thought, well, I'll try painting a mural. If it doesn't turn out, it'll only cost me $10 to paint over it.
So you do murals.
So I do murals and faux
She does
finishing.
everything.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I do quite a few things. So I started off artistically that way, and I was going to design school at the time.
Okay.
And then people just started seeing my stuff.
Okay, so word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, and then I got a job with a builder, and I was
Oh.
doing their model homes for 9 years.
Oh, okay. And then after that, did you break off and create your own business, or had it always been your own?
It's always been mine.
Oh, so you're contracting.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
yes. I work with clients and individuals, stores sometimes.
So what was the first mural you did? That first when you didn't have any money. What did you do?
Right? It was a little girl holding a rabbit. She was wearing like overalls, and she was holding a little rabbit, and she had a little rabbit hutch, and then there were some geese running around, and a picket fence, and some hollyhocks.
Wow.
So have the styles changed a lot from that first? Are murals as big as they were when you were doing that? Have things
Well,
just
you know, I
shifted?
was in California at the time, and people in California, they just didn't bat an eye. You know, anytime
Yeah.
you wanted to spend $1,000 on your kid's room, no big deal. You know, and then I moved to Utah, and it was a whole different.
$50,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's do it yourself. I'm
Yes.
trying to think though, how did I mean, you've done several projects for my own mother and even for myself, but how did you and I become friends, or how did you even come to know my mom? Who knows?
I think I was, it was 4th of July in Provo. We had a booth and we were selling art.
okay.
We were selling oil paintings.
Oh, okay.
And then on my card it said I did faux finishing
Okay.
as well. And so then she called me.
So her faux finishing is amazing, and we'll share your Instagram and your Facebook and the whole gamut of everything that you have done throughout the years now. But how has owning your own business now as a woman been a benefit to you now, years later?
Well, I mean, it started out, I had 5 children and I wanted to be available. I didn't want to be in a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
And I wanted to be able to pop into their school and do parent-teacher conference or, you know, assemblies or whatever was going on. And so, anyway, it's been fabulous because I make my own schedule. So
Flexibility
I get
is
to come
huge.
and go as I need to. We joke, I get to pick which 16 hours a day I want to work.
Are those really kind of your hours?
Sometimes.
She's not kidding. But she's so incredibly talented too. And I mean, I guess that's the benefit of knowing you as an individual as well, because I'm the type of person that literally cannot draw a stick person.
Right, I can't
Or I
either.
can see something and be like, I would love to be able to do that or bring it to life. But she's the individual that really can or is willing to take the chance or sees something at Deseret Industries is just like, oh, I can, yes, and do it. But it truly is such a talent. So let's move into the next phase of what you've been doing, I guess, in recent years with flipping homes.
Yeah, so I would work with remodels with clients, and I would think, man, I wish I could keep some of this, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm helping them remodel their home, and it's amazing. And I just was thinking, I want to learn how to do real estate so that I can keep some of these. And so I found a local real estate investing group that I joined, and just started going to meetings and taking classes and learning how to do it. And then I got my stepdaughter to join, and we bought a house together, and that was my first flip. And
And what year was that? Do you remember?
this is 2 years ago.
Okay, so fairly recent.
Yeah,
So,
so this is
you
a
don't
new
just
thing.
paint.
No, I do interior design work.
All interior, some flooring to walls to help design, flipping. Okay, so you're the whole
And
package. That's
concrete,
awesome.
I do concrete counters as well.
Oh, yes, you did tell us about that.
Yeah, and so yeah, I don't get bored.
So as our viewers are watching and they're like, "Hey, I want to get her or have her come to my home for some ideas." Do you just have like an hour consultation? Like
I sure do.
What's your
Yeah, I charge
initial-
$75 an hour.
Okay, and so you come for 1 hour and tell them what you would suggest or
Right.
listen to what they want.
Right. So
Okay.
I'll listen. I usually like to ask people, how do you want the room to feel?
Okay.
Because then that tells me what colors I need to use because of psychology of color.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, psychology of color, you don't realize it, but colors affect you in
Right,
a certain
right.
way. And so, for instance, like orange and yellow and red, oftentimes you see on fast food, and it tells you it's quick and fast and cheap.
Well, red and yellow are my favorite.
So what are you saying?
You like it quick and fast.
That is kind of like my personality, though. Like I just hurry and get to something, and like sometimes I don't spend the time where I need to spend the time because I'm like, let's get it done. Let's be the first one done. Let's move it along. Let's get a lot done rather than just this little bit.
But the thing is your eye sees it, and your brain knows what it means subconsciously. You may not consciously know, but you see those colors, and you're like, oh, that's fast food. You know, and I could run over there and get something really quick. And then like blue, it speaks to being trustworthy and
it's calming,
dependable, and very calming. And green is more earthy, like you know, you like earthy things, and black is more of a rebel. and red also could be like symbolizing like the Red Cross, like getting help and healing.
Nope, that's not me.
And lavender.
I was gonna say she just helped me do a bunch of purple.
Lavender
yeah,
and
so it's
purple
purple.
is royalty.
Oh.
Well, who knew that?
Right?
And you hate purple. How ironic.
So, Apple,
I love purple.
what's your color? Like,
I do love red and yellow. Like I painted my kitchen this bright yellow.
I love yellow too. It's
Yeah,
happy.
my first time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
happy
made me
and
smile.
sunshiny and
Yeah.
it always makes you smile.
With
I want-
sunflowers all around it. I
Tell
do.
us like the current trends maybe coming up for next year. What are we in the middle of that people could maybe jump on real fast? Because sometimes I wait for 5 years till I'm like, hey, is it going to stick around? And then by the time I do it, 2 years later, it's already shifting. What are you seeing coming in that?
Well, I mean, gray has been, we know, gray
Yeah.
has been super, super popular, gray and white. And, but I'm starting to see, a lot of blues. I'm seeing greens coming in.
Oh, okay, I did notice some greens in the Parade of Homes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And gold. So,
I just
like
bought
gold.
gold frames.
right? Yes. So gold, gold things are really
Okay.
popular right now.
But isn't it interesting because she can help you create with so many different things in mind or bring them current, because I know in one home it's very, very purple, and then in another property we're trying to create kind of the magnolia look or the very
Joanna Gaines.
yes, the very Joanna Gaines look, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, that's our preview.
But I knew this was going to happen. We're going to be running out of time. Just kind of as some closing thoughts here. One thing we wanted to kind of share with the audience too. You've maybe in a different spot in life right now. How are you setting yourself up for the future? With all of your flipping and staging and creating a future for yourself financially.
Yeah, so you get to my age, I'm in my mid 50s, and you don't expect that your life's going to be this way. I'm newly divorced, and so I feel like I'm running out of daylight. I don't have 20 years to put together a retirement plan, and husbands in my life kind of come and go. So, I can't depend on anybody else is the bottom line. And so that's why I started learning about real estate investing.
Okay.
And jumping into flipping homes and things like that, because it's like I could take all my talents and put it in that arena and set myself up very nicely for retirement. I can pay off my house within 5 to 7 years using a special strategy that they teach us. And so I anticipate in 5 years from now, I can retire.
Your personality
nice.
doesn't sound like a retired
I
type
wouldn't know what to
personality.
do with
No, you
myself.
She is amazing. So savvy and so smart, and just a joy to have in your home.
So how can people contact
yes,
you?
Yes, by all means.
Really nice.
I'm on Facebook, Artopia Interiors, and
I'm excited to go
Do you have
follow you.
Instagram and
yes, I do
Facebook?
have an Instagram and Facebook under Artopia Interiors, and I don't know, I'm not supposed to give my phone number. Should
Well,
I?
of your company, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
801-319-9496.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Good luck.
We'll share a couple
you.
of photos too. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's my
Coming up
pleasure.
next, how does your children learn best? Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Everybody learns a bit differently, so how do you figure your children out? Let's welcome Ronnie Jo Draper from the BYU School of Education to the table. Welcome, Ronnie Jo.
Yes.
We've heard about you for a while.
All good things, I'm sure.
All good things.
Been dying
Yes.
to get
Oh
you
my
here.
goodness. See, I really have, haven't I?
Oh, good.
Look at the anticipation.
I know. Just
She's giddy.
excited.
Take it away.
Wealth of information, and when it comes to education and children, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. She lives with a couple doors away from me.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's just wonderful. When I'm not feeling correct in my mind, I just go and see Ronnie, and
She's your personal therapist.
Absolutely, yes,
That's
and it's all for
awesome.
free. Thank you.
Thanks.
No, that's not very nice, is it? But I'll pay you later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been children are back, back in school and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And what's your perspective on children, education, and where they should be?
Well, I think one of the things that we do as parents is we imagine the lives that we want for our children rather than helping our children imagine the lives that they want for themselves.
Woo! Say that again.
totally,
Yeah,
like-
that was Steve.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
My youngest is 20. Where have you been all my life?
Hey,
That was deep.
so that we don't spend enough time helping our children imagine what do they want, where are their strengths, where do they see their futures, and then what can we do to help them get to their futures. And so we might spend too much time thinking about their weaknesses. I think about when a child brings a report card home or a report from their teacher home, how much time do we spend talking to our children about where their weaknesses are versus where their strengths are? So that we might spend a bunch of time with that child saying, how come you're not doing this homework? How come you have this grade in this whatever class? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, look at how strong you appear to be in math. Let's talk about this strength and how we can build on this and maybe look at how you might have a future here. We need to spend more time talking about our children's strengths than we spend talking about their weaknesses and talking about where they want to go and what futures they want instead of what futures we want for them.
But how do you do that when you're thinking they don't know enough? Our kids don't know
Our
enough.
kids are so
I know what they need.
smart.
Yeah,
They're so
you know?
smart.
How do you let go?
or when do you kind of start knowing? Like mine are really little. Like
They already know. They already know.
How young
Okay.
do you think they know?
yeah.
Can your children form words?
Absolutely.
Really? That
Then
young?
they know. Yes, because they are so smart. I was just talking to my grandson the other night on FaceTime, and he was showing me the books that he has written.
And how old is he?
Oh, wow.
And so he had written a book on bats and echolocation.
Echolocation.
I'm not making this up.
I may need to read this. 'Cause
Yeah,
Yeah, and so he'd written this book about bats and echolocation, and is the bat going to run into the rock? Is the bat going to run into the wall? Question mark, question mark. And he had little things,
Doodles.
little doodles and little circles
Joints,
showing
right.
the radar or whatever for the bat. And I just thought that was so interesting. Meanwhile, he brought something. I asked him what he'd learned in primary, were LDS, and he said, "Oh, I don't know, something about Jesus." And I said, "Okay, can you?" And he said, and my son said, "Well, show Grandma what you made." And he brought this little thing, this little craft thing that he'd made, and it said "forgive" on it, and it had a little rocking horse, little foam craft thing, and a shark and a star. It's like this random stuff that made no sense. I don't know how they connected with forgiveness, and neither did the 4-year-old. And I said, "Well, what does that all mean?" And he said, I don't know. And then I said, okay. And he goes, well, let me show you this other book I wrote. And it's a book about Quaid, and that's his name. And I said, okay. And then he showed me a book, and it had his face. He had a hole in it. He said, this is me, peekaboo. And then he had another picture. And he goes, this is an x-ray of my face. And this is me eating a strawberry. This is an x-ray of the strawberry. And it just demonstrated to me that this child, he's smart. I mean, he is a normally developing child. And he loves to draw. If he was some other child, I've got another grandson who loves to build with Lego, and he builds all this wonderful stuff. And so, of course, we just give him as many Legos as he will take, and he builds all the kinds of things. If his teacher in primary would have given him the tools to connect things with forgiveness to actual things. I don't know how a rocking horse and a shark and a star connects with forgiveness. If she would have built that together, he would have put that together. He would have built something together because he's smart and he wants to, and he wants to understand, and he would create that for himself.
Okay, then I want to ask you this. Do you suggest, introducing all these kids into different activities so they know what they like? Like, when's enough?
Yeah. But but kids are going to figure that out. This child, all he wants to do right now is make books.
Okay, so your your kids need to enable
so
him in
right. So
different.
that's just like, okay, so we're just like, he's just making books.
Okay.
Give him lots of paper. Have
Oh, it's lots
crayons,
of paper. He's like
pencils,
like
everything.
endless supply of staples right now. He's just like making books, and at some point he'll be doing other things, because that's what children do. They'll shift around, but he has to figure this out, and it's not our job to say this child needs to be an engineer, or this child needs to be a poet, or this child needs to be whatever. This child right now is an author, and that's what he needs to be able to do right now.
Okay.
And so right now, that's what we need to give him the stuff that he needs to do right now. John Dewey, a famous American educator, talked about the idea that we get obsessed about educating children, preparing children for their futures, but we're not ever preparing children for their todays. But our children are living right now. They're living in their real worlds right now. And so what are we doing to prepare them to live in their real world right now? And so when we look at your little tiny human, you know, what do they want to do right now? And so you can ask them, like, what do you want to do right now? I want to make a pie. Oh, awesome. Let's totally make a pie. Did you
Oh man, are you telling me we have to make slime all the time?
all the time.
Because we're constantly making slime.
Yeah, and then that'll morph into other things, and you'll find all this cool stuff about it, and you know, it'll.
Do you think we give our children time to be able to do that? Or are we too busy focused on what we think the direction they should be going in, and focus on that, than actually taking the time to find out what they really do enjoy doing?
We're not letting them discover their world. We're not letting them create their world. We're not letting them tell us what is amazing about their world or what is interesting. We're busy rushing them into whatever we look at somebody like, a Phelps on television or somebody, and we, oh, my child could totally be a next Olympian, and let me get them into that. We don't know
The Voice or the dance show.
Right. And we don't know, we don't know. Our child may decide to graduate from college when they're 30 and be totally happy doing that and be totally successful doing that. And we need to celebrate and be at peace with that. And
As long as they don't live at home, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
my children. I can be into communal living as well.
She's got a big house.
I got a big house and a big heart. I want my baby's clothes. So, and so that we need to make space, and we need to not impose our visions. I mean, imagine if your mother came in right now.
And she might.
Like trying to imagine the horror of it, and impose her vision on you and said, "This is what I want you to do." Like, nah, I'm not into it. I'm into this thing.
Okay, let me ask you quickly, because I know our time's short. Let's say a teenage boy, for example, is really into gaming for hours and hours at a time every single day. At what point does the parents or guardians go in and say, let's shift that, we need to do something else? Talk to that.
Yeah, so the thing is that there are a lot of beautiful things about gaming. And we maybe, because we don't understand and because that's not our world, and we're not taking the time to understand that.
Okay.
And so that we might instead take the time to say, I don't understand this. So help me understand the beauty and the peace that you get from this and the joy, so that I can understand this, because clearly this is something that is giving you a lot of, you're willing to invest a lot of time. You're clearly motivated by this. I get really frustrated by people who tell me that young people are unmotivated. People who are spending that much time gaming are clearly motivated. These are motivated individuals. They're not motivated to do your thing,
Right.
but these are motivated individuals. And so, so it would be helpful for us to understand that. And so for us to take the step as people who say that we're interested in young people, to say, I'm going to show actual interest in my young person and say, yeah, tell me about this game. Like, show me how to play this. I'm not really good at video games, but I have like this really stubby thumb, so that's what I blame it on. I'm like, I got this stubby thumb, give me a chance. And to show interest in that and try to understand and understand the strategy, then we can become appreciative of that. And then I think that builds a relationship with your child, and then that allows you to then say, oh, the aspects of this game that you're loving, that might, these things, there might be this other thing over here that you might also love, but I can only know that because I've stepped into your world and not asked you to step out of your world. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Great insight, great
We're
perspective.
gonna need you back, Ronnie Jo.
Yeah, all right. Sorry to cut you short, but that's short. That is great. Coming up next, we'll talk all things Magnolia. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We have been reading this for a while, it seems, but it's time for our book report.
When we say a while, I think we mean all summer.
That's
We've been dragging our feet on this one, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It's a gem.
So our book choice, and when I say our, we mean our producer Pete.
Thank you,
threw this
Pete.
out
Yeah, thank
in
you,
May
Pete.
or June, and it's the Magnolia story, and it's the Chip and Joanna Gaines story, the Fixer Upper, which has just been huge the last couple of years. Do you both watch it?
No.
Neither one of you watch it. Okay, I love it. Like I would
like a couple of
TiVo.
times, but I don't really sit down to watch it.
Yeah.
So this will be fun because I do watch it and see like how you guys felt about it.
It was interesting, wasn't it? What we came up with, so we were talking about it on the way, and kind of got frustrated because it just sounded like the perfect lifestyle, and I was like, gosh sakes, I mean, it was like the perfect kind of
Like
fairy.
their marriage. Is that what you mean?
But
that
the
they
fact
worked
that
well
they
together.
worked well together. They're just like perfect, and I'm like,
And that they said oftentimes, I can't remember, like they
worked better
together than apart.
than apart.
'Cause
And
I
they
don't
were
know
more
if I could
creative.
work with
They were
Chris,
this
like all day and then be home.
24/7.
Yeah, but they said their energy was better. They had better ideas together.
Yeah. But then as I went through, then my mindset changed because they're both together, and I've always believed this, that you're two individuals and you come together and then you're walking your journey together, but you're still individuals, and that's what they are. She had her little store and he had his real estate or whatever he wanted to do, but they still brought their their love and their creativity together to create this empire now. And I like that. And then I was thinking, I've got my own things that I love to do. My husband has his style of doing things, and being accepting of that.
I think that's key. Like you need to have your own growth.
Yes.
But yet still support each other in a marriage and a family.
Wherever you may be.
They are a power couple that's not interested in power.
Yeah.
It just happened to them.
Exactly.
Because they believed in each other.
Right.
And I love that everything that they do together, they just believe in each other.
Yeah.
Like she just kind of had this notebook and this dream and and he's like, well, let's do it. And she was the same with him.
Yeah.
And he would have these little strange businesses and she would believe in him, and they really kind of had this faith together as well, and they
Yeah, I
just
like that
built
aspect, yeah.
built everything kind of on this faith. And literally when they're down to their last dime, their last dollar, they would turn to their faith or this energy on each other, and then you really can't hate them for having this perfect love or this family. And when I got to that point in the story, or I guess one of the gems that I took from this, and I literally took my dry erase marker one day and I went into my bathroom mirror and I wrote on my mirror, because I had to have this as a takeaway. And I think probably a lot of people do, write this or take this away from it, is the thriving, not surviving. Is just, that was one of the things that they kind of was the constant through this, and all of the big chaos all the
Yeah.
time was that thriving
What
was
was
the
it?
constant.
And he said something about settling. No, what was it? When you're feeling comfortable, that's when it's time to move and jiggle
Yes.
things up. I love that, and I thought that was so true. I get to a place where I'm just agitated, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? You know, what we got to do and stuff like that. And I like that. It's true, because then you don't know what's going to happen, but then it makes your life more exciting. Either way, you know, whether it goes well or it doesn't go, you're still learning from that experience.
Right.
And I love that. So, yeah.
Back to your not suggestion, your comment about her faith. Well, both of their faith. I love that they believe in God. They're God-fearing people. And when she had the Spirit whisper to her, and it said like, close the shop, be a mom.
Yes.
And she's like, this is what I've always dreamed of. But was it 8 years later? Then it was get the key back out, open the shop. And she said, God made it bigger and better than anything I could have ever imagined. And it's because I listened, even though it was hard, and I was crying when I locked the door, but I went home to be a mom to my babies. Like, she listened. And then and Chip trusted her and had faith in her that, okay, this is the right thing.
But even then, when she closed, they made it into an office. I love that. Didn't they make the same
Yes.
space into an office? And I thought that might not have happened if she hadn't, again, listened to herself.
because they were looking for an office, and then that
and
came
then I
up,
thought
so-
the rent was cheaper and everything.
yeah.
I thought it was great.
How really kind of everything came to be for them, how the farm came to be, or even reaching out to that individual who had had a troubled life and turning that around for him, or even the very sick woman and her, you know, going to reach out to her, and when she was literally on her deathbed during that Christmas time. I mean, there were those moments in the story you're like, oh my, are these people real?
Yeah.
And not even having a TV in their own home.
Like ever.
And
They
being
don't have a
and,
TV
no,
still.
and being
love that.
TV reality
Celebrities,
stars
yeah.
and just not being
Yeah, that was
so but not being so overtaken by the stardom that they haven't really forgotten who they are
Yeah.
or where they've come from and what their
And they
roots
wanted
are.
to stay in Waco. They wanted
Yes.
to raise their families there, and that's where they are.
Well, and speaking of that, and I know Pete will laugh at us for this, but so now Waco, of course,
Right, now
is
we
on the
wanna
bucket
go,
list.
yes.
So Studio Chatter, you know, we're going to take it on the road to Waco if ever.
There we go.
If ever you want to go, but really, who wouldn't want to go to Magnolia Farms?
exactly.
Amazing.
Well, this was a great choice,
story.
Pete.
Good.
Highly
Really good
recommend
book.
The Magnolia Story.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what's the book going to be for next month, Natasha?
Well,
Drum roll.
Okay. Well, I think we've collectively decided. I'm not going to take all the blame
Yes.
for this. Girl, wash your face.
Let's do it.
By
Okay.
who's it by? Rachel.
Rachel Hollis.
By
I've heard
Rachel
great
Hollis.
things.
Yes. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of social media posts that people like are really moved by this story. So,
Yeah.
other than that,
Hopefully,
I don't know
we
anything.
learned something.
Okay, so we have a month. We'll review like maybe 1st of October,
Sounds good to me.
end of September. Okay,
Yeah.
it'll be
Be
good.
ready
Go,
for
go
fall.
wash your face, Rachel Hollis.
Okay.
All right. There's more Studio Chatter on the way. Welcome back. We made it, and what did we learn?
Oh my goodness, so much, wasn't it? That was a good show. It
was very, very good.
We say that every time, every week.
We really do.
It
It's
is,
because
though.
we have great
That's
people in our
right.
community.
We really do.
I want Ronnie Joe back.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And we want Suzanne back.
Yes.
And we
So
want
true.
Azure back.
Yeah.
That's right. She can
Yes.
come back for another 80 years because she's what, 16?
Right,
Yeah,
so we can have her
we
back.
learned something from all of them.
We want Ajure's
Absolutely.
mom back.
Yes.
I mean,
service. I mean, their
service,
whole
that was
family.
really good.
I
Yeah.
mean, they're just service oriented
Right.
people.
Great show.
Yes,
Great show.
amazing.
Yes.
But I'm hungry.
I know.
I know. I think
Yeah.
we're learning that with the new schedules that we're hitting our wall because we've
Yes.
been going to bed earlier.
So, but you
well,
have
I have
treats.
something for you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
have,
We saw Pete drop off some food, but we don't know what it is.
Oh my goodness.
sugar.
Yes.
Sugar for the mama.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Scout, Thin Mints.
Gal, is it? Is it that time of year?
Ooh.
Oh.
Thin Mint
Oh, these
cereal.
are
Okay,
cereal.
here. Yes, delish. So
start
bust
with
that
the
open.
chocolate.
Yes.
Nice. Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Tis fall, y'all.
Okay, could we try this
I think it was something similar.
Something similar.
I
Something
see his
it's-
Oreos
yeah,
in
yummy.
there.
Yeah, this is. Oh, bust those open.
You bust those
Yeah,
open.
get those open.
Oh goodness. All right.
Yes.
I'll bust these ones.
It's the season.
It's
upon
that
us.
time of
Ooh,
year, is
pumpkin
it?
spice. This for sure we had last year. Yes.
Oh,
The
Because
special K.
Yeah, I think you got this for your mom. Didn't you? So here. Which,
I never
oh no, I
opened these,
can't
right?
open it.
Oh, yum.
So good.
Yum, yum. Girl Scouts are yummy.
Oh my word.
Oh my goodness. Oreos. He's got shares, our producer, I believe.
2 Oreos.
Oh, that smells so good.
Ooh, what is more American than
Uh-oh.
apple pie Oreos?
Oreo.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Are you
pumpkin
kidding me?
spice.
Wow.
That tastes
Bisco,
great.
they really
Yum.
know how to do their
Ooh,
stuff.
and chocolate peanut butter pie.
We are preparing for fall, it looks like, y'all.
Okay. You'll notice I keep the cookies over here
Oh.
for just a minute. They're coming.
My goodness, this
Okay,
really does taste like the
chocolate peanut
thins,
peanut
don't
butter.
they?
Yeah.
I'm super curious about the apple pie.
chocolate peanut butter.
I think food
Right.
really helps me transition with the seasons. Like you guys already know, I'm not
Absolutely.
ready to give up summer.
Oh no,
But
my.
as I start tasting
Oh
fall,
yeah. So
I kind of want fall.
when the slow cookers come out.
Oh, I love that, which I started already. You know, I love it.
Have you ever had the apple pie apple at Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory? Where they cut it's I wonder so I wonder
Okay, you guys doing chocolate peanut butter?
oh the
Yeah.
apple pie.
This is the apple pie. Wow.
It tastes just like a
Yeah. That's incredible.
This is good.
Apple pie
I'm doing-
Oreo.
oh no. The apple pie.
Okay.
Spot on. Spot on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Peanut
okay.
butter pie is yum.
Oh look, it's split.
Did I get that one? Wow.
I think
They're just getting better and better.
yeah, I think Oreo should
We don't need to
sponsor
talk
this
right now.
program.
We're just
right.
eating, right?
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
So, here's the agenda.
Yes.
You need to go to the store. You need to get all of this food. You need
Yeah.
to get the book, Girl Wash Your Face, and just
And go shop at my sister's closet.
Yes.
Jumpers are in, frilly sleeves are in. If you're done shopping for the kids, go shop for yourself.
And do some
Definitely
service.
shop for yourself.
Yeah.
Like Miss Astounding Teen America. Get that app.
Yeah. Oh,
I
download
love
the
that app, the
Yes.
Safety Utah app.
Yes.
That one's a really good one. And allow,
And then
allow
maybe
your-
redecorate your home.
that's right. Or allow your kids to just be.
Just
I like that.
Be who
without-
they are.
Be who they are.
Wow.
Wow. Isn't it?
Just apple pie.
The
It
peanut
really
butter
is,
tastes
right?
like peanut butter, but this one, because you don't usually have a cookie that tastes like apple pie.
Wow.
That's amazing.
How do you even make this?
I know. It's
It would
fantastic.
be really good with hot tea.
This is great.
And milk.
Maybe just hot tea.
But it makes me want to like go
Yeah,
buy this and
thank
have
you.
in the cupboard for when the kids come over. Like, what a treat.
Or not. Maybe
Oh, no,
just for yourself.
Just for us, yeah.
Best mom
the herbal
ever
tea.
award. Go
Yeah.
stock the pantry with apple pie, chocolate
Yes.
peanut butter
I
pie.
prefer the kids unwired.
These are all pies, so there's no need to bake a pie.
Yeah.
You just go to Oreo to fulfill all your needs.
Because who would do that anyway? Right.
Right?
Okay.
Oh,
This
thank
is like
you.
having a Girl Scout in your cupboard.
Yes.
There you go.
A little one. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed the chatter. Please tell a friend about us.